Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Mystery Hour, and here is your host, Mystery Jeff Hodon!
I'll go here. I gotta stop here. Wow! Whoa! Thank you. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming. You guys are watching Springfield's best and only late night talk show. It's easy to be the best when you're the only. I'm not even sure we are the best. We're still the only, but I'm not sure we're the best. You might as well say worst. Springfield's worst and only late night talk show. No, there's a guy, Lenny's talk show in Buffet on the north side of town. He's really good. He's my arch nemesis. I don't know why I'm talking about that. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Julie Blackmon is here, photographer. Yeah, she's for real, for real, for real. We also have the music of Seth Truitt. He's here. You know that feeling you get where you just want to eat cone chips? Yeah, check it out.
Loving these cone chips, man.
Oh my gosh, I would say dipalicious.
I would say dipalicious. I would say dipalicious is the best word to describe. But if there was going to be another word to describe it, maybe I would call it chocorama for the chocolate part.
Yeah, I was thinking nut-tastic, because there's nuts.
Yeah. I would also say it's cone-rific.
With a waffle cone.
For the waffle cone part.
Yeah, I was thinking waffle your cares away. Waffly good.
These are waffly good.
Waffly good.
Can I eat another one? Cone eye. See?
Yeah.
Chocolate up. One more win for cone chips.
Yeah, it's like aloha. It can mean anything.
Right, that's what it is.
I just cone chipped myself.
Oh man.
That's good.
Oh gosh. Dipalicious though, really works. Dipalicious works.
It's probably the best. Yeah. Here they are. Dave Smith, announcer Dave Smith. Are you enjoying your cone chips?
I am. Actually, I've given most of mine away. Everybody in the audience has, I think the bag stopped in the middle again. Is it still going around?
That's all right.
They're loving it.
I'll throw you some. Catch them in your mouth.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Don't do that again. That's insane. That one hit the thing. Don't hit the other, Dave.
That almost hit him.
Yeah, no, it did. I felt the wind, and I could smell the chocolate. That was rough. That was scary.
Good chocolate, though, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy them.
All right. Let's move on to this, because it just moved so far on my desk. Things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed.
Number one on iTunes. That song. All right, things I've noticed. Here we go. I've noticed that Fade It Till You Made It would be a great dating website for spiritual, non-religious people. I thought it was going to be one you had to, think about. It just turns out it's bad. Come on, fade it till you made it. Oh, okay. I've noticed that it's hard trying to make yourself have willpower. I have no willpower. It's not starting out well. Let's try this one. I've noticed that Mumford and Friends have really gone downhill since the paternity test. I've noticed that the easiest way to kill 3.5 hours is to ask an elderly person, "What'd you do this weekend?" Dave, you ever do that?
All the time. In my profession, I have to, and
As an announcer?
yes, I do. I have to talk to people all the time, and when it is somebody who's older, I find myself as they're talking, just thinking to myself, I don't care. Shut up. Okay. If you think you don't do it, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself.
Hey, what a mean man. I've noticed that I could really use an app that reminds me to get off my phone and talk to humans. And finally, I've noticed that people that are pro-life say that life begins at conception, but the greeting card industry says life begins at 40. I don't know what to believe. That's things I've noticed. We turned around.
These things I've noticed.
All right, so that's things I've noticed, my friends. It was pretty
Jeffrey,
good.
you're doing so well.
What? I'm sorry? Who said that?
Sorry is for runners up. Winners never apologize. Big smile.
Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. This is my mom. My mom is here. This is my mom, Rashonda Houghton.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Jeffrey, I've got some marvelous news.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've got some really amazing news. I hope you've been practicing your wave because Mama's little pageant boy is back.
Mom, those days are over.
I thought so too, but just this year they've decided to increase the age limit on the little Miss Uri pageant. So Mama's little star is back.
Mom, when I was a kid, you were a horrible pageant mom. I'm not a pageant boy anymore. I'm a grown man.
See, I thought those days were over too. But you were just something special when you were younger. I brought pics. Show the photos, show the photos. Wasn't he adorable, everybody? Now, Jeffrey.
I can't believe you brought those.
Jeffrey, you know that your father and I, we prayed for a daughter. But when that didn't work out, we were just grateful to have a son with such beautiful, delicate bone structure. Yeah. Now, I brought those photos just to show that you have not aged a day. It's uncanny how good you look still. So, Jeffrey, now if you're going to get back in the pageant game, you've really got to show off that face those adult braces gave you, all right? So, it's like the old song used to say, you're never fully dressed without a smile. You know what that means?
I should smile more.
It means you're naked if you're not smiling, Jeffrey. You're naked on television. Is that what you want? Now, your father and I, rest his soul.
Dad
did
is not
raise
dead.
you-
Dad's not dead.
That's not the point, Jeffrey. That's not the point. And you know it. Now, what do we always say about smiles?
Pageant boys who don't smile big don't get dinner.
Good dinner. That's right. That's right. Now, Jeffrey, you are a star. So don't furrow your brow so much when you're thinking, all right? It's not pretty. What do we always say about scowling?
Pageant boys who furrow their brow sleep in the dog kennel.
In the dog kennel. That's right. Now, let's talk talents. Have you been staying limber?
Mom, I'm not. There's no way. I'm not.
You're just being modest now, okay? I will have you know that my Jeffrey was the #1 baton twirler of the little Miss Uri pageant.
Mom, stop it. I don't need batons. I don't need pageants. I have my own show now.
Yeah, but it's not very good. And besides, you are pageant boy at heart. And these people deserve to see what I mean by that, all right? So if you don't do your routine right now on this stage, I will be forced and have no choice but tomorrow to march myself down to that little Missouri office and enter my grandson Elias, because this family legacy has to continue.
You're telling me that if I don't do a routine right now, you are going to make my son Elias enter the Little Miss Uri pageant?
That's right. Yes, so do we have a deal? I
Okay.
mean, I think everyone's excited to see your routine, are you?
All right, I'll dance, but only for my son.
Yay! This is so healthy and normal! Jeffrey, everybody! How convenient that you just keep your outfit on at all times. Yay, Jeffrey! Yay, Jeffrey! Stick around, we'll be right back with our guest, Julie Blackmon. Yay, Jeffrey!
Welcome back, everybody. I hope the commercials you just saw were able to cleanse the palate of your mind. Hey, we have a great guest coming up right now, but first, hoo-ah, we have a great guest sponsor, the Skinny Improv. Skinny Improv, we make junk up. Our guest tonight is a wonderful photographer. At this moment, she has a show at the Springfield Art Museum. She also has them in New York and LA and everywhere else. She's a big deal. She won't admit it, but she is. Please give it up for photographer Julie Blackmon. Julie. You're welcome. Have a seat. How do you feel in that? It really sink down, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable, I guess.
It is, right?
Yeah, the thing is in my back, but
Oh, the tarantula?
no, I'll just pretend to be relaxed.
Oh, the mic pack.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. Can you hear me every?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can hear you loud and clear. So you are a big deal. Will you just say that?
No.
But it is neat that, like,
But it's fun to feel like I'm a big deal in a faux kind of way, you know, on the show in this chair, and I feel like I'm on David Letterman, but I'm not. And it's all good. It's good.
Did you just insult the show?
No, I'm delighted. I laughed the whole time I talked to him on the interview yesterday, so I knew it was
It was
gonna be
fun.
Yeah.
We talked for quite a while. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think we'd just be friends. What would it take for us to be like friends and just hang out?
Well,
A lot more, huh? But let's cut to the chase. You are a photographer, and you have you have shows in New York, LA. You've had work on the cover of Time, the cover of the New Yorker, and you're telling me that you're not a big deal.
well, I mean, every day it just doesn't translate like that. You know, I'm like trying to get my 14-year-old like up and get him to eat a toaster strudel so he can like learn well at his first year of Parkview, and it, you know, just
You're thinking
Just
of those
trying
things.
to get to work, get your prints sent off, and hope they're not damaged. You're not thinking,
Right.
I'm a big deal. 'Cause you're just,
I think you need someone to inspire you. That should be your affirmations every morning. I am a big deal. I am a big deal. Well, I want to show some of your photographs so people get an idea of what we're talking about. Can we see some of those? They're everywhere. So there's one. Let's see another one. They're kind of like hyper reality almost, would you say?
yeah.
Very
That's a good way to
stylized.
put it. Yeah.
And this one is fascinating to me. Is this out in the woods?
Well, not exactly. The idea was to do a camp outside, and so, I envisioned it being in the country somewhere, but logistics kind of get in the way, so there was an empty lot in town, and I thought, well, we'll just do it there.
Yeah.
So we get the Airstream in, we get all the kids in. I've just hung the load of laundry there on that little string, and the cops show up. And the neighbors told the cops that a band of gypsies had settled in the area. So, there's always some hurdles to figure out.
But they weren't totally wrong, right?
Totally wrong. I mean, come on.
So tell us, I know right now you have a show at the Springfield Art Museum. And then do you have any others going on anywhere else?
I have a show up in Chicago right now, too.
Okay.
So, and then I had a show in Seattle last spring. And, I have 5 different galleries, LA, New York, Seattle. And so it just depends, but it's...
I can relate
But
to that.
I have to say, of all the shows I've had, the Springfield show is like, okay, whatever, I'll do a show in Springfield. And I didn't really put that much, I put the work into it and getting the prints done, but I hadn't really thought of it as, oh, good, I get to have a show in Springfield. Well, then I had this show.
I feel the same way.
But I have to say, it was like the best show I've ever had. I've never
I feel the
had.
same way.
Yeah.
What's the best show you've ever
I've
had?
never had 500 people at an opening, ever.
Oh, wow.
Ever. So it was like my 3rd grade orchestra teacher and woman my mom taught Sunday school with. It was just like, kind of like being at my own funeral, only I didn't even have to die.
Kind of like being at your own funeral.
But I didn't have to die.
But you didn't have to die. Yes, you got to finish that statement. Well, I appreciate that you lived in this moment with us tonight.
Yeah,
That's all
thanks.
the time we have. Didn't that go fast?
Yeah, that was so
Too fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much for coming. Julie Blackmon, everybody. We'll be back with Seth Pruitt. Tonight's musical guest is brought to you by School of Rock. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the Mystery Hour. If you just turned to this, you're like, what the heck is going on? It's a crappy local late night talk show. Hey, we have a great musical guest tonight. Tonight's musical guest is Mr. Seth Pruitt. Come on, Seth.
Rest your feet, your knees, you walk a little bit taller. Take your time, complete your thoughts. All the things you think you want. Don't put faith in things you bought. By the time unwind, you'll find what some might say you've left behind. My dreams don't pay the bills, it seems. Our house is filled with broken things. turn to live, to breathe, to be. We turn to fight, unite, we might. Hit the street, the fact, react. Facts that flow, what people know. Jake's out of place with jungle face. There's no give and take, you just a flake. Don't ask for half, you make me laugh. I know one day you'll see your wrath. Rest your feet, your knees, you walk a little bit taller. Take your time, complete your thought. All the things you think you want. Don't put faith in things you bought. By the time unwind, you'll find what some might say you've left behind. My dreams don't pay the bills, it seems. Our house is filled with broken things.
Good job, sir.
Thank you.
That was great. Stand right here.
Thank
Seth through it, everybody. Hey, that's our show. Just so you know, 10% of our box office proceeds tonight will go to a great organization called Dusty Feet, helping folks in Kenya. Up next is a different show than this. Stick around. See you guys.
Good night. Sleep tight.